And I'm going to share my screen. Okay, Rohit. So yesterday we have tried to create a project with JSP, but it's not working properly. So I have created that, but if you are interested, so I can create a new project and try to use JSP. It's okay. Hello, Rohit.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So I'm going to create a new project and try to use uh, JSP. So click on Starter Project. Oh, Sonam is also present. Okay. And here I'm going to do here it's a file. Okay. And Maven Java 17. Currently I'm using Java 17. It's okay. And click on Next. And we are going to use web, means a web application. So this is web application. Click on Next. Oh, click on Next and finish. Okay, this is structure of Spring Boot application. Now we can execute this. Run as Spring Boot app. Okay, 8080 error. So now we can change the port number of server. For this purpose, open application.properties, and here we can specify here server dot port, and now we can specify is equal to 808. Suppose here, okay, you can use any port number. Here, please. And I'm going to try to again execute this application. It's working. Okay, started. Okay. Now, we want to use JSP. So we have needed dependency of JSP. So now I have already added a dependency. This way, if you want to use JSP, so must be add these dependencies. So now I'm going to add this. Paste here. Okay. So currently we have this dependency is for web. This dependency is for JSP. This dependency is for testing purpose. Okay, so currently we have three dependencies I have already used. And if you want to use JSP, so must be convention, that is a convention of Java, must be create a structure like main, in main, create a subfolder of main like web app. Okay, in web app, You can create a folder web INF, just like as a Spring MVC, web INF, finish. And within the web INF, we can create any folder for JSP files. Suppose here, declare JSP. Click on finish. Okay, in JSP page, we will create any page, any JSP page. Okay, after that, create a controller class. Okay, that must be created controller class. So here you can declare the controller package name and controller class name. You can specify any class name. Here I have declared demo. After that, here we want to declare it as a controller. Okay, and here declare a API or request mapping. And here suppose here declare oh, and here I'm going to return a JSP page name like home page. So this is JSP page file name. Okay, but we have need of this page. So we can create this page in JSP folder. I have already declared this structure. So we can create this JSP page. JSP, click on next. File name is home. Home page. Click on next. Click on finish. Okay, so this is home page. Here we can specify this H1. Welcome. Home page. Okay, here is first page. After that, here, so this home page, it will return this, but there is a location here. So how it search? What is the location of this page? So for this purpose, we again open application.properties and here declare like prefix. Yes, is MVC and spring.mvc.view.prefix. Here we can declare prefix. So here the path is web inf slash JSP slash. This is path of JSP page. And next, new dot suffix. So it have JSP extension. So starting with this and end with dot JSP. And file name is a home page. Okay, so home page exists in WebINF and JSP page. Okay, now I'm trying to execute this program. It's working. Now I'm trying to execute this program. So the port number is 8082. You can type here. Localhost 8082 slash, I think home. I'm going to click home. Welcome to home page. Okay, it's working. So this is a JSP page. So if you want to use JSP page in Spring Boot, so by default, actually it will support only web services. So we have not need to any add the dependency for web services. But if you want to use HTML, if you want to use JSP, so we have need of some dependencies. After that, we can use JSP or HTML. Okay. So here you can see this is the home page. Suppose we want to create a login page here. For this purpose, user login, and I'm going to create a login page. So suppose suppose we want to add, suppose we were a new employee joining the company. So we want to add the information of a new employee. Okay. So for this purpose, here, uh, okay. So first of all, I'm going to create a menu. Okay, here for this purpose, here is a ruler. After that, A is equal to we can call any page like suppose add new. Okay, is a hyperlink and here add new imply. Okay, same as we can create another link like login, like login. Okay, suppose. Okay, now relaunch this application. Okay, after adding two link, it will show like this. Refresh this page. You can say add new employee and employee login. Okay. Suppose I want to click in add new login, add new employee. When we will click on add new employee, then it will call add new. Okay, so I have need of this. So for this purpose, you open your controller. Okay, and create another service method or API. Okay, so that is a add new, and here you can create a suppose register. And we can change the name of this method or APIs. That is a service to. Okay, before this, suppose register, we are going to add a new employee. So we have need the information of new employee. Okay, so for this purpose, we will create a new class for employee. That is a Pojo class or you can say model class. Pojo class or model class. Pojo means plain old Java object, just like as a bin file. Okay, so now I'm going to create a Pojo file. Name is imply. Okay, click on finish. Here we can declare here private int PMP ID. Okay, private string PMP name. Okay. Suppose we have two properties. So here, generate the setter getter method of these two properties is generate these two properties. And if you want to, okay, so if you actually if we want to use this class as a Pojo file, so must be declared here as a add component. Add component is a combination of add configuration plus bean. So if you want to use any bean file, if you want to get the object of any bean file, must be declared here add component. Okay, this is a bean file or Pojo file. Here, it have two properties, AMP ID and AMP name. Okay, and suppose we want to store this value, store the value, save the value of employee ID and employee name. Okay, so for this purpose, we are going to create a page. This is a home page. So if we create, we will click on add new employee, then it will show a registration page. So I have need of a registration page. So now I'm going to create a registration page here. So JSP file, name is register, and click on next and click on finish. Here you can see this here. We are calling, if we click on add new, then it will return the register file. Okay. So here, now I'm going to create a page. So for this purpose, add to S2, new, imply information. Okay. After that, HR. And here we can create a form. Forget the input from the user end. So after that, we have need how to transfer these values in another page. So for this, but we can declare another API name, like suppose store. Okay. So employee ID, employee ID. Okay. Input type is equal to text. Okay. And name is equal to new name. Okay, you can just say here, this is the unit, sorry. Here I have used employee ID. So here it's mandatory we use same. If you want to save these value directly in the object of Pojo file, so must be declared here same name like as a this file. There is a I have declared as a EMP ID. So here must be declared name as a Pojo file EMP ID. Okay. So here imply name, type your employee name, and here it must be declared as a EMP name. Okay. And we have needed button. So input type is equal to submit, value is equal to add. You can specify any name. Okay, this is add. So here click on this relaunch this project because we have adding some content. Now, so this is home page. Click on add new employee. Click on here. Then it shows yes, new employee information, employee ID and employee. So here we can input the any values like 101 and employee name is okay and click on add. Okay. So if you click on OK and suppose we want to save this value directly in the employee object. Okay. So for this purpose, here in employee, this page must be we have need the object of employee because we want to save the values. Suppose here, user input the value of employee and employee ID, employee name, and we want to save this value directly in the object of employee class. Okay, so first of all, we have need the object of employee class. Okay, so how to get it? So in Spring Boot, we can easily we will use AutoWire and get the object of any class, any big class. Like suppose here is the employee EMP. That is a reference of employee class. Okay. But we have need the object of this class. Please add here AutoWire. Okay. So if you add AutoWire, so because AutoWire work on the basis of only reference value. So it will provide the object of imply class. Okay. And we want to save the values or value in the object of imply class. So for this purpose, here we have need of model, same as Spring MVC. Okay. And we can add this object in model. So m dot add attribute and specify here b, and here we can declare as AMP. Okay. So request mapping, add new, public, serve to. Here I save the object of imply class in model. Right? And if we will input this value, any user input the value of MP ID, MP name, so it will implicitly save in the object of imply. Okay, so how it is possible? So for this purpose, we use a attribute, model attribute is equal to here, declare model attribute name is B. Here declare B. Okay. So we can, if a user input the value of employee ID and employee name, and this is the object of employee because here I have declared already. Here you can see this. B contain the object of employee. Here EMT is the object of employee. So it will contain the object of employee. So through this method, we can declare the method model attribute is B. So if user input the employee ID employee name, it's implicitly safe in the object of employee class because bean contain the object of employee class. Okay. So if we click here, so it will transfer to the value it will save here and the control will transfer to store. Okay. So now I'm going to create uh, another API. You can say service class 3 and that is a store. Store. Okay. And here we want to get the value of imply object. Okay, so for this purpose, we have another annotation, model attribute. Okay, and model attribute, I think you have remembered, model attribute name is B. So here we will declare B. And after that, we'll typecast it in the object of imply. Imply EMP. Okay, and this. Okay, after that, I'm going to show, I'm going to call another page. Here it will show the result. Okay, and here we have not need to increase. Okay, so actually here we are transferring these values from front end. From here I'm transferring this value, imply ID, imply name. So suppose we want to check that these values are saved or not in the B. Okay, so for this purpose, we can use here like imply ID plus emp dot get imply ID. Same as it's only for checking. We have not need to type here show these values. Okay, only I am going to check the value uh, are saved or not in this object. Okay, so emp dot sorry plus emp dot get imply name. Okay, and we have need of another page. This is display. We can create this page. Name is JSP file. Name is display. Click on next. Click on finish. This is a display page. So here we can show this as the name. That is a display page. Okay. So now suppose we want to execute this application. So first of all, relaunch this application and try to execute this. Okay. So for this, again, we can start from here. Okay. Click on add new employee. It is show. Okay. Here we can specify any values. Okay. And click on add. Because I'm only checking for it, value reached, save in employee object or not. So click here, add display page. Okay, it's working, no problem. And here you can see this. In console, it shows the value imply ID and imply ID, which values are saved in the object of imply. Okay, suppose we want to show the value of imply object. So here we can do this like imply ID. We use expression language and show here that is a B. The attribute name is B dot user ID. Okay. Same as imply name dollar B dot username. Okay. Now again, I'm going to execute this. Again, I'm trying to values from the B object. Okay. For this purpose, open this. Is the home page. Click on add new employee. Here we can specify that goes to and to click on add. It's not working. It's showing some error. Imply name, imply ID is equal to 2, imply name is equal to 2, but here it's showing some error. What is the error with this? Imply ID, imply name. That's value reached. So no problem. But local host JSP file property not found. User ID or user name. Okay. Property not found exception. Okay. Oh, sorry. User ID is wrong. Let us say employee ID. Sorry for this. EMP ID and EMP name. EMP name. Okay. Save this file and click on this. Again, I'm going to try this. Click on add new employee. Here, type here 3, 4, 3 something. And click on add. You can see employee ID is 3, employee name is 3. It will also show on the your console. Okay, so that is the working. So first of all, if you want to perform hello, suppose you want to create a login page and transfer the value and store in the that value in the object of a Pojo file or bin file. So must be created a Pojo file like here. I specify the some properties. After that, create a page like register, and uh, here auto add to the auto where we can get the object of that Pojo file and here save the object of like the Pojo file in model and then we can use this B file in register page here. Okay, and we input the value and save this value directly in the object of Pojo file, but must be declared the same property name as your bin file or Pojo file. Okay, after that, click on add submit button. Then this value transferred to controller store. Okay, and it will save in the object of employee, and through this object we can print the values or we can call the another page like display page and it will show the value of employee object. So that is the way of working. After Spring Boot, if you want to use JSP. Okay, same as suppose we want to save these values. Okay, in the database. So we can also do this. Okay. Hello, any doubt, any queries? Anyone is there? No. Okay. So I'm going to save this value in the database table. For this purpose, I'm going to create a DAO file. Okay. DAO file .dao. DAO. So actually, DAO are you can say repository interface, repository class or interface because we are going to use Spring Data JPA. So first of all, add the dependencies of Spring Data JPA. So I have already saved the dependency of Spring Data JPA here in this. So here, where is data JPA? Yes, this is the dependency of data JPA. Copy this and paste in current. Okay, first of all, I'm going to create a copy of this. Okay, I think you will confuse. So, create a separate application for this purpose. Okay, this I'm going to use this application. Okay, so suppose we have an application, we are getting the values from the front end, and we want to save the values in the directly in the database table. So here you can see this is a form.xml. So there is already wave, Jasper, okay, and test. And but I'm going to save this value in database. So we have need of sorry, this copy the dependency of data JPA. The data JPA dependency, copy this and paste in form.xml. Here, okay. So this is a data JPA. And if you want to save the value data JPA, so we have need a database. So I have Oracle. So we have need the dependency of Oracle. So this is the Oracle database dependencies. Copy this and paste it. Paste here. Okay. So here I've added. This is a wave for wave. This dependency for wave. This dependency for Jasper means JSP file. This is a dependency of data JPA if you want to save the value in the database, and this is the Oracle dependency. Okay, and last is a test for testing purpose. Okay, so these are we have added these dependencies, set this file, and suppose we want to execute this. Okay, we want to store that value of suppose we want to save the value of object, this employee object in the database table. Okay, so now is for this purpose, I'm going to use Spring Data JK. So for this purpose, I have added two dependencies, Spring Data JPA and Oracle. After that, I'm going to relaunch this. Sorry, actually this is a page. So I'm going to stop this and try to execute. Six. This is okay. You can see this is it. SB web 6. Okay. I'm going to execute this. Okay. Here you can see this. Let's show here URL. Where to configure a database URL. Actually, if you want to and you can see the table, driver class. So actually we are trying to save the value of object in the database table. So we have need of URL, driver class, username, and password. So for this purpose, open your application.properties file and type here URL. Okay, so that is a string.database.url, data source and URL. Okay, so type here URL is JDBC colon Oracle, colon, thin, colon, @ localhost, colon, XE. Okay, that is the URL of Oracle. Same as we have need a driver class. So driver class. So Spring the data source, the driver class name is Oracle, the driver, the Davis. Okay, you can add anyone. I am adding this. Okay, after that, suppose we want to use username. So username. So Spring dot data source dot username. Okay, so the user by default username is system. Okay, then password and Spring dot database. No, there is not exist. So I'm going to type here Spring dot data source dot password. It's not working here. Spring data GPA. Where is password? Or password is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I have need of these 4 properties like spring.data source.url, spring.data source.driver class name, this spring data source.username and spring.data source.password. But suppose we want to create a table implicitly in the database. So for this purpose, we will use DDL auto. DDL auto. Okay. Spring.jpa.hibernate.ddl.auto. So here type here update. If that table is already exists, then it will work as a update. And if uh, that is a new table, so it will create a new table. Okay, save this file. Okay, but we have not a table. So this property will create your table automatically in your database. Okay, so for this purpose, please open your, I'm going to use JPA. So JPA provides us uh, some component, some annotation to add the values, the database, and create a table in database table. So for this table, for this purpose, here we have entity. Okay. And table. So we can specify the name of table. Suppose here I declare group. Okay. That is table name. After that, here must be declare a ID, so @ID. Okay, so this it will work as a primary key in your table. Okay, it's very simple. After that, we can use this. Okay, and if you want to uh, declare the column name, so it's also possible here. Column name is equal to EMPID, comma, length is equal to 10. Okay, same as I have declared the column name of table and here declare EMP name. Okay, so I'm trying to save these values in the database table. So with the help of this information, data JPA create a table with the help of Hibernate in the database. Okay, so the table name should be group and it has two columns, employee ID, employee name, and employee ID will work as a prime because here I have declared ID. ID must be declared in your table. Okay, after that. So, if you want to save the object of this class in table, okay, you want to create a table, you want to save the value in the table. So, for this purpose, Spring Data GPA provide us a interface. Name is JPA repository. So, I'm going to create a interface. Okay, for this purpose here, repository here, I'm going to create employee repos, employee repository. Okay, and click on finish. And this is a employee repository. Here through this employee repository, we will perform different operations. Means we can save the value in the database table. We can fetch the record from the database table. We can update, delete. We can perform any operation on the database table. Okay. So we will it will create the table as per your requirement. It will create your table and it will save your values in the database table. Here, declare is a repository. Declare here repository. Okay. And because this is a normal interface, so how it work as a repository? So for this purpose, we will extend because this is the interface. We will extend use JPA repository. Okay, and declare your table name, class name. The class name is employee, and the ID here I have in employee class, I have declared ID is in integer. This is the integer type. So we will declare here, comma, integer, integer, integer. Okay, save this file. After that, add, import this repository, class JPA repository and employee class. Okay, actually Spring Data JPA repository provide us multiple predefined methods. We have not tried to any queries of SQL. Okay, provide us a method and we can perform the operation. Okay, after that, how to call the method of JPA repository? For this purpose, we will create a class. So I'm going to create a class, service class. Service class provide you the functionality, different functionality on your database table. So here I'm going to use apply service. And here we can declare a service. Click on finish. Okay, so here declare a annotation. This is a service class. Save this file. After that, I'm going to create a method. Actually, we want to access the method that is already existing JPA. So for this purpose, first of all, I will create, copy this. So because this is the extend JPA repository, so it can perform the all operation of JPA repository. So here in service class, we can paste here and declare a reference repo. And we have need, we want to access this. So for this purpose, here declare for I have need of object of this interface. Okay, so repo, through the repo, we can get the object of this interface. Now I'm going to create public, and suppose it will return the object of employee class. So here use employee and method name. So suppose save, you can specify any name like this name, save, restore. I have already declared. Uh, so data. Okay. Okay. So here, right, and here we can pass a argument of implied. Implies already exist. So here we have a repo. Repo provides us the method for different work. Like so here we can pass the object of implied. Okay, and it will return the object of implied. EM. Okay, no problem. Okay, you can return anything, no problem. This is your user-defined method. This is the only predefined method. Okay, but here you can return a message as you like. Okay, so now we have need calling this method, then we can save the values. So for this purpose, open controller class. So controller class call the object of imply service, and imply service call the object of imply repository, and imply and save the values. Okay, so for this purpose, I'm going to get the object of service class. For this purpose, here, paste here. Oh, sorry for this, I think service. Okay. Write dot service, dot do dot service. Okay. Right. Okay. After that, here, declare auto wrap. So we can easily get the object of service class. And here we are saving the value they imply. So now we can call them. We can save this values. So we have a method data and we can pass this object. Okay. And after that, imply call this display values. Okay. So now again, I'm going to try to execute this. It says 6. Okay. Started. Okay. Started displaying data again. Now I'm going to execute this. So for this purpose, okay. Click on add new imply. Say imply. Here I declare one, and click on add. One, and you can see here. It's also getting the values. But now I want to save this value in the table. So first of all, we have need to check that table that value saved in database or not. So for this purpose, open SQL, run SQL command. Properties. Here I'm going to check the table has created or not, and value saved or not. So here in this here you can see this here I have declared the username is 0, system and password is 1234. So here I'm going to declare this connect. Okay, username is system and password is 1234. Connected, and now actually I have created a table. The table name should be group. Okay, so I'm going to check that table is exist or not. Okay, for this purpose, select start from group. Okay, but it group is already exist. Okay, so now I'm going to give it another name. Like here you can see this, it's added the imply ID, imply name. But suppose I'm groups. Okay, I'm going to check this. Okay, so this table is not exist. Okay, so I'm going to change the name of table. Okay, so you can see it will create table implicitly. So here, sorry, groups. The table name groups, and again I'm going to relaunch this application. Group executed. Now I'm going to execute it again. Add new. Okay, click on add. Okay, show here. You can check here. It's also here working. Now I'm going to check here. Okay, check that table is exist or not. You can see this table is exist. Select start from groups, and here that's the table is exist. Okay, and values will also transfer. So we can pass any values. No problem here. You can execute again. Suppose here I'm going to pass another values. Uh, okay, and new employee, and here I'm going to pass here Rohit. And so but Rohit is a integer value, so yeah, declare 101. Okay, super. Click on add. You can see 101 so much. And here you can check here it's save or not. You can see this 101 so much. So through this program, we can get the value from the front end and we can save the value in the database. Okay, understood? Anyone is there? Hello? Okay, so I'm going to stop the sharing and I'm going to share this application to you and you can check it. So for this purpose, uh, Okay. Thank you all. Okay, bye.